As the years passed, God the Creator had begun to be forgotten by the people. Hundreds of miles down the Euphrates River, they built the great trading city of Ur. The land was abundant with all the riches that people needed, but it was also filled with many different gods.
Abram, why are you standing out here all alone at this hour?
I heard God speak to me, and I feel that I must obey him. He wants me to travel to another land and leave my father's family and these false gods behind. There, he will show me how to build a great nation for our family and wants to bless all the people of earth through me.
Leaving our family and all that we have behind will be scary, but I have faith in God, and I will follow him wherever he may take us. But I am worried about how your father will take the news.
Sarai was right to be worried. Abram's father, Terah, was not happy at all.
Lot, because your father is dead, it is your Uncle Abram's duty to look after you. And in my old age, I won't survive if he leaves me behind. We are going with him.
Abram follows God's plan and leaves Ur, but it is not possible for him to completely leave his old life behind, as his father comes along and brings his many idols.
Abram, I think it is better that we worship all the gods. That way, none of them will be offended by being left out.
This is where you are mistaken. You offend the one true God when you worship the false gods.
It sounds to me like your God is a little selfish.
Abram and his family of followers were led by God to the beautiful land of Haran. Although the land was full of rich and fertile soil, this was not where God intended for them to settle. But once again, Terah had other plans. He decided that in his old age, he was through with traveling and would retire in this wonderful new land.
Father, I will respect your wishes, and we shall settle here.
Thank you, Abram. You are a good son.
After Terah's death, Abram becomes the head of the tribe. For many years, Abram and his people lived a life of nomads as they traveled the desert land in search of a place to settle. Over time, food became scarce, and the possibility of starvation was quickly becoming a reality. With no other options, Abram decided to lead his people to the powerful nation of Egypt. There they would find plenty of food and resources. However, Abram was nervous about his new plan.
My love, you are everything to me, and I will always protect you. But when we arrive in Egypt, we must pretend to be brother and sister. I'm frightened that when the Pharaoh sees how beautiful you are, he will fall in love with you and want to make you his wife. Since I'm your husband, he will try to kill me in order to take you for his bride.
You are my husband, and my love belongs to you, so I'll do what we need to do.
As Abram and his followers settled in Egypt, his worst fear was realized. One day the Pharaoh saw Sarai and immediately fell in love with her beauty. In order to save his life, Abram, with reluctance, presented themselves as brother and sister.
She is the most beautiful woman I have ever seen. I shall give you all the riches you desire in exchange for your sister's hand in marriage.
It's an honor to meet you, Your Majesty.
With no other choice, to save Abram's life, he and Sarai played along with the Pharaoh's wishes. But before the day of the marriage, God intervened and saved his chosen family. He struck the Pharaoh with a horrible illness that eventually took his life.
Abram, the Pharaoh is dead. The disease has finally taken his life, and we are free from his rule.
We must gather our belongings and leave Egypt quickly.
The people of Egypt were not happy. They blamed Abram for the Pharaoh's demise and were determined to punish him. But once again, God intervened. He struck the Egyptians with disease and strife until they repented. Finally, they sent Abram and Sarai on their journey with enough resources to ensure their survival.
What a foolish plan we had. I'm thankful for our escape, but can you forgive me for being such a coward? I didn't have faith in God's plan.
You're my husband. Of course I forgive you.
Thank you, my love. From now on, I will always put my faith in God. I pray that he will forgive me.
He did protect us from the evil in Egypt, even after we forgot to trust him. I'm certain that's a sign of his forgiveness.
We must always follow his path and never question his plan for us again.
God will always guide us, and hopefully never again will I have to call you my brother.